All right, welcome back here to the Hill on News Nation. So we got another glimpse today of former President Trump's lead in the key swing states. Polling from the New York Times and Siena College shows Trump leading in 5 of the main battleground states, comfortably leading in 3 of them. But here's what caught my attention. The poll had roughly 4,100 voters across the 6 main states, and those respondents, by a margin of 49 to 46, said they voted for President Biden in 2020. However, when asked right now about their party affiliation or which way they lean, 46% said Republican, 44% said Democratic. So why is that? It seems like, Ashley, you have this group here, these 4,000 who were +3 for Biden in 2020, but now are +2 Republican. There's got to be something going on there.
Well, I think people are still angry. So there's obviously the people that are 100% Democrat, 100% Trump, that are never going to lose. And I think it's like 36, 38. I mean, you know, these numbers.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah. But the independents, if they're looking at this, even though they don't like all the Trump rhetoric, they do still hate their groceries are higher, they hate inflation, and they hate the border and crime. And so when you go to the polls, do you vote for him even though you don't like anything that he says in regards to the rhetoric? But do you think his policies are stronger? I think that's where the numbers are. But I think it's early.
Yeah,
and
so,
I think you two are going to disagree with me.
No.
And I would love to hear what you say.
With her?
Because you think, I mean, it's still early, but I think people are just frustrated.
I agree with everything, really, because even the point that, but it's still early, right? The ... part Ashley added, I agree with. It's still early, right? We haven't had the conventions, like who's Trump going to pick as VP? There's a lot of these unanswered questions. The economy going to get better. But Fareed Zakaria had a very alarming opening to his show for Democrats. I mean, he literally made the case...
When you've lost him?
Right, made a case of why he's very concerned about Biden's ability to win re-election. And he brought up a point about inflation that has kind of bugged me for a long time. It's like, unemployment is, yes, low, but unemployment affects the people that are unemployed. Inflation affects everyone.
Right.
In every aspect of our economy. And that is what's dragging the president. And it's being stubborn. It won't come down. And that, I think, is a lagging indicator here. I do think the Trump trials and et cetera, there's a lot of X factors in this election. Like, we're not looking at October surprise. I think we're looking at several false surprises. And so we'll see how this ends up in the end. But it's not a great situation for Democrats.
One other point in the poll that was, I think, brought up is that among minorities, you're seeing President Biden not poll as well with African Americans. Trump got 20%. That's the highest we've seen. And although it's still absolutely so early, you know, Republicans I've chatted with today have essentially said, look, this is all a reflection of inflation in the economy. In Biden's interview last week with CNN saying, well, the polls aren't reflecting the economy, et cetera. That's not meeting voters where they are. That's frustrating. I think some Democrats I've talked to who have said, look, you've got to do more than that and just say, no, what you're feeling, you know, isn't actually happening.
Nick, I know you're itching to get in, but Scott, key demographics here, 18 to 29-year-olds, Trump +4. Black voters, Joe Biden's only at 49%. Hispanic voters, it is a tie between him and Trump.
Yeah, that's a small sample. 1, 2. Biden needs to stop talking about the statistics vis-a-vis the economy and talk to real people and talk to people directly about how they're suffering and how hard he's working. But here's the deal: there is a lot of time. But the reality is that sample of voters and a lot of American voters have gotten amnesia when it comes to Donald Trump and all the corruption, chaos, and criminal conduct he brings to the table. And as we get closer to the election, you're going to see a crystallization of these two candidates because nobody's really paying that much attention.
How are they having amnesia?
You've got to put that in the fact that along.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's on. Mick, come on in because I want to get your take. But he's on trial right now, though, right? So it is front and center.
It ain't over yet. Let him get convicted. We've got to run its course.
I actually think that's going to help him.
He will with MAGA, but he won't. He cannot grow with independents and suburban voters and women voters, and that's what he needs to win, no matter how bad Biden's running.
Mick, am I on to something? Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.